And Serdar here. We'll see how that.
Hi, Tricia. Hariom. I'm here.
Good. Yes. So it looks like we're still missing a speaker.
Which speaker is that? Speaker 1 or speaker 2?
Speaker 2.
Okay.
Hi, Darren. Hey, Darren, would you be willing to be our chat monitor this evening?
Were you asking me, Trish?
No, you're here for Marion.
All right.
接客錢啊！
袋住啊！
我之前你攞咗好多我啲外幣算啦。你做咩啫？你而家做咩？
袋翻住啊！
你做咩啫？你要啲咩？
我買香冇錢啊！
Darren, would you be willing to be our chat monitor this evening?
Sorry, was that me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Do we have someone who could be our timer in case our timer doesn't show up?
I'm happy to step in and do timer as well.
Okay, you can handle both. Thank you.
I've got to find a yellow and red sheet of paper. Maybe I can hold up. Can I hold up a yellow book and a red book?
Yep. Whatever you got that's the right colors will work.
Okay.
Even a piece of paper that says green, yellow, and red, even if the paper isn't green, yellow, and red work.
How does this work for red?
Yeah, perfect.
got a book here called The Truth About Leadership. Oh, that'll be the end of your time. Got one here that's yellow for comedy writing. This would be amber. And I think I have a green book. There we go.
All right, great. So just a note, JaMarr, just so you know that if our second speaker does show up, he's doing an icebreaker, so it's 4 to 6.
Okay, 4 to 6. Got it.
And the first one's just a normal 5 to 7.
Got it. Now, as the timer, is there a way that I can take control of the screen to let the speaker know?
Yeah, well, I'll be helping you do that.
Okay, you'll moderate that. Got it.
Yeah, you have enough things to do. You don't have to worry about that.
I was just checking. This is my first time taking roles in this virtual meeting.
No,
so
we appreciate that. Yeah, jump right in. That's how you do it.
Increase the difficulty. It helps your mind work harder. You know.
Right, so you want me to begin, Aaron?
Our timer is here, and no, our speaker and timer is here.
Testing. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I can hear you, Darren.
Okay, thank you.
So you want to talk with Shadar? Yeah, Tricia. So do you want to talk with Shadar? He just came back. Our G is also here.
Is he here? I didn't see Cesar.
He's here. You want me to spotlight him? Hey.
Oh, okay. Hello.
Hey.
So I have a question for you, Shadar. I know you're speaking. You also signed up as timer. Do you feel that you can do both?
I think so. I can do both.
Okay. I just wanted to double check.
If someone wants to take this spot, I'm okay with that. I can give it to them.
We can let JaMarr to try out being a timer.
Yeah, JaMarr's willing to do the timer, so you can just concentrate on your speech.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and mute everyone, and I'll begin my presentation here. Hello, and welcome to Competitive Communicators, where you only compete against yourself. I'll be giving a brief explanation of how to use Zoom. In the lower left-hand corner of your screen, you'll see a microphone. You'll want to click on this if you are not speaking, so it's muted, so that you do not interrupt the speaker. Next, you'll see a stop video. If you need to get up from your computer or phone for any reason, such as a bathroom break, a drink, or a snack, you can stop the video. When you return to the video, to our meeting, please share video so we can see your lovely smiles. And of course, we have the chat. Once you click on the chat button, we'll open a chat window. You can chat to the entire room, or if you click on this down arrow, you can choose a specific person, such as one of our speakers, and leave them a note as to what you enjoyed about their speech, or something that you learned, or even something you think that they could do the next time to make their speech even better. And lastly, it is our policy that participating in our meeting, you agree that recording will be available publicly on our YouTube channel, website, and other public media. It is now my pleasure to turn this meeting over to our president, Aaron Long.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters. Welcome to Comparative Communicators. My name is Aaron. I'm the president of this club. I'm happy to be having you here. So our club mission is very simple. It's to where you compete with yourself. So as long as you feel that you want to challenge yourself to something new, this is the club to be. And we have lots of lovely guests today as well. And we have a tradition to welcome each and every single guest here with asking him where he's from, where he or she is from, where he is from, and then after which, what is his one thing that he would like to share with everyone. So maybe a few words, adjectives to describe himself so we can get to know him better. And finally, why are you here? Who introduced you? And also we need to know about some feedbacks at the end, which we'll be doing at the preparations. So there'll be also a chat buddy. So a few house rules to let people know about what is expected today. We have a full agenda. We have a Toastmaster today with Tricia. And we usually do some virtual handshakes or applause. So if you're wondering how virtual is different from an in-person communication, in person, we usually do a handshake or even applause when we finish the speech. In here, we actually do a hand wave or a clap. So we want to congratulate or applause for that person, even behind the scenes. So we can do a round test. Everyone can actually just wave to see whether we can actually hear. Yeah. So try again. Everyone put your hands down. Now, 1, 2, 3, wave. Yeah, this is the moment whereby you are giving applause and they are actually seeing you supporting them throughout the meeting. So now I will let the introductions begin. So first of all, I'll pass the mic to Tricia to introduce herself.
Hello, I'm Trish. I live near Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, which is a very historical town. And I am here because of our immediate past president, Paul Finkelstein. He invited me to this group, and I joined and am a chartered member. And I am looking forward to Valentine's Day, which is in 2 days from now, where I'll be going to yet another Toastmaster meeting. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Tricia. Yeah, we do waves. And then next, we want to welcome Matt in the stage. Hi, Matt.
Okay. Am I unmuted?
Yes,
Okay,
you are.
Hi, my name is Matt Artisan, and I'm really happy to be here. I was invited last week by JaMarr, who is actually my speaking coach, and he does a fantastic job, by the way. And I hired him because I myself am a dating coach. I help people, men, with confidence and charisma, and I want to speak on stage more and reach a broader audience. So that is why I'm here. And like I said, I'm very excited and happy to be here.
Hey. And next we have Michael. Mic test, Michael. I can't hear you.
Hello?
Yep, I can hear you now.
Okay. Yeah, I'm new to Toastmasters. I was encouraged to come to Toastmasters through a person from work. I've been encouraged to stand up and speak in front of my company at work, and he said that this would be a great way to boost my confidence and get me to where I need to be, and then also work on some leadership skills as well. I live in west central Wisconsin right now, and it's cold and there's a lot of snow, so internet could be faulty. We'll call it. All right. Well, thank you.
Next, we have Jerry.
Hello, everyone. Glad to see you again. I will be today's art tutor. I'm located in Maryland.
Thank you very much, Jerry. Next, we have Brendan.
Hello, my name is Brendan Betancourt. I'm a firefighter paramedic here in the state of Florida, Sarasota County. I'm currently here for a speech class, so I heard of you guys, and I want to come take a look at how it's run and what happens here.
Thank you very much. Thank you for coming by. Wave again. I think my hands will feel tired after this. Next, we have Isabel.
Hi everyone, I'm Isabel Kadori from Atlantic City, Maryland. I'm today's table topic master, so I would like to ask volunteers. Whoever wants to speak in the table topic session, that's a impromptu speech session, please send me a message through the private chat. At this moment, I have one volunteer. Thank you. Back to you, Mr. President.
Thank you very much. Next, we have Darren.
Hi, my name is Darren. I'm from Brisbane, Australia. I'm here to learn how to publicly speak more confidently and get interpersonal skills as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Darren. Next, we have Sridhar.
Hi everyone, my name is Sridhar. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. I just joined this club a couple of weeks back. I love the experience. I'm trying to improve my public speaking skills too. I'm giving a speech today. It's my icebreaker speech. I'm looking forward to that. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we have Matt.
Thank you, Mr. President, fellow Toastmasters and guests. My name is Matt Smittle. I live in Georgia, and I'm here to gain public speaking skills, gain confidence, learn leadership skills, basically everything that Toastmasters offers. That's why I'm here. Mr. President.
Thank you very much, Matt. Next, we have Dana J. Welcome.
Hi, Mr. President, okay, and fellow Toastmasters. I'm Dhananjay Parke. I'm from Bangalore, India. I'm about 6 months old in the Toastmasters, and I'll be soon joining this club. I sent my application yesterday, and nice meeting you all. Thank you.
No worries, you'll be enjoying with our family very soon. So remember, take up rows. We need more rows. Next, we have Hariom.
Hello, everyone. This is Hariom from Jersey City in New Jersey. Right now, it's snowing and it's gloomy outside. I joined this Toastmasters 6 months back. And the main purpose was to improve upon the communication skill, leadership skills, and have good selling skills. Back to you, Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you very much. Next, we have our timer for today, JaMarr.
Hello, everybody. My name is JaMarr John Johnson. I am a retired Marine and naval officer of 14 years. Currently, I work as a business, life, and speaking coach here in the Los Angeles area. And I've been speaking for 21 years, doing stand-up for 14 years. And the reason why I joined Toastmasters is to pursue the 2019 World Championship of Public Speaking. I'm so excited. The journey's been amazing. I'm a member of 5 clubs. And this one is one of the coolest clubs, I must say. So that's why I'm here.
Thank you very much, and thank you for the promotion. I appreciate that. Next, we have our guest, Alison. Welcome.
Thank you. As I mentioned, I'm unmuted. Yeah, I'm from Florida. I am a Toastmaster. My husband and I have been Toastmasters for going on 2 years, and I'm just looking to improve my speaking skills.
Thank you. Give a wave again. And then next we have Adrian.
Hello, Adrian here. I am currently in Southeast California, and I have been a Toastmaster for about 3 years now. I recently joined the online club because I decided to leave sticks and bricks and move into an RV and travel our beautiful country. And because of my work, which I work in the environmental health and safety industry, requires constant communication between cross-functional teams, all the way from boots on the ground to CEOs. And that is why I decided to work with Toastmasters, join this wonderful club, and be a part of this community. Include and improve my speaking skills as well as my leadership skills. Back to you, Mr. President.
Thank you very much. A round of applause again. We have so many traits, so many different occupations. So we can say, what are you waiting for? Next, we have Rolando.
Hi, everyone. My name is Rolando Goldman. I'm in Palm Beach, Florida. I'm here to practice my speaking and listening skills. I'm very glad to be here with you guys, with a bunch of funny guys and girls. And I enjoy being among you guys. Back to you, Mr. President.
Thank you very much, Rolando. Rolando is one of our original members, the chartering members. So give a round of applause again for that. Yay. Next, we have Gerard.
Hi, everybody. My name is Gerard O'Hanlon. Currently in the Great Smoky Mountains in Northeast Tennessee. I am a life coach also, holistic life coach. I coach on how to create happy, healthy habits. And I'd like to work on my presentations. Thank you.
A round of applause. And as you mentioned earlier on, next time show your video. At least you look cooler there now. Next, we have Cheryl.
Good evening, Mr. President, fellow Toastmasters. My name is Cheryl Poirier. I am in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. My background does not really look like this. Sorry, I wanted something warmer than I'm actually in. Looking forward to Valentine's Day. Back to you, Mr. President.
Next, we have Kanan. Hi, Kanan.
Hi. Thank you, Mr. President, and good evening, fellow Toastmasters. I'm Kannan Shankara. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. Here also the weather is very gloomy. I think we'll have more snow. I don't like that weather. I want to be very warm. I want to be in a very warm place. That's all. Back to you, Mr. President.
Thank you. No worries. As long as your passion for Toastmasters is there, you melt the ice. Next, we will have where is our GE? Is she there? Is Sunny there? Nope, apparently not. Okay, I always have a pronunciation error for this next guest. Is Hudashu or something? In case I pronounce it wrongly. Again, apologize. My tongue cannot pronounce that word.
Hello, yeah, I am from New Jersey, and my name is Vidushi Kaushal, and I'm from New Jersey. The weather is gloomy here, that's correct, and it's snowing outside. So, and I'm here to improve my communication skills and definitely leadership skills. Back to you, Toastmasters, President.
For me, I'm Aaron. I'm from Hong Kong, basically currently present, but have been a Toastmaster for 12 years. So I'm looking forward to really learning with everyone. Now, every Toastmaster meeting is like a nice set of menu. Nice steak course, nice appetizers, and also nice desserts. So how are they defined? We have to have someone that facilitates the whole operation. And who can be better than our Toastmaster with many hats, Tricia Grow, to lead the meeting? Give a round of applause for Tricia.
Thank you so much, Aaron. Well, so we have a few guests tonight. I will give a brief explanation of what a Toastmaster meeting comprises of. It's actually a meeting of 3 parts. The first part will be prepared speakers, which we will have 2 this evening, followed by impromptu speaking or table topics. And lastly, we'll have an evaluation session, and that will be handled by our general evaluator. This is wonderful because you have instant feedback on your progress as a speaker. You don't go away wondering, did I do a good job? You know where you can improve on and what you've done well. That's what I really appreciate about Toastmasters. I can't run this meeting by myself. I have very many people helping me, and I'm going to introduce them to you. First, we're going to start our meeting off with a bit of inspiration, and Isabel will be sharing that inspiration with us this evening.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. It's been said, love is not only something you feel, it's something you do. This is a quote by David Wilkerson. I totally agree to it. And also, this quote applies to public speaking as well. If we love public speaking, it's not something we just listen and feel. It's something we should do and practice. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you. And for those who are not aware, today's theme is Valentine's Day because it's coming up very soon here in the United States. It's on Thursday. So even if you're not here with me in the States, you can kiss your Valentine on Thursday. Wish them a wonderful day. Next, I'm going to introduce our odd counter, who is Jerry. Jerry, would you please briefly explain your role tonight?
Okay, as odd counter, I'm going to count any car, pen, a whale, those kind of words that interrupts your speech.
Great, thank you very much, Jerry. Next, we'll be introducing you to our grammarian for this evening, who is Adrian. Adrian, would you explain your role?
I would happy to. Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. As grammarian, I give the word of the day, which is smitten, deeply affected with or struck by strong feelings of attraction, affection, or infatuation. It is an adjective, and it goes along with our theme, Valentine's Day today. Furthermore, as grammarian, I look for use of grammar and word usage throughout this meeting. So my ears are going to be open, and I'm going to listen to everyone throughout this meeting on how well they're using their grammar and word usage. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you. So we're all going to make quite an effort to be smitten this evening so that we get points with Adrian. Next, we have our body language monitor, who is Rolando this evening. Rolando, would you please explain what you'll be doing this evening?
Sure, Madam Toastmaster. As a body language monitor, I'll be, of course, watching for body language. How well you look to the camera. I'll be watching for online suitable presence, watching the visual effects, and provide a critique at the end of the meeting. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Rolando. And then we have our chat monitor, who's Darren. Darren, would you please explain what you'll be doing this evening?
Hi. The chat monitor will be monitoring the chat box for any special uses of words or any interesting fragments or sentences, and reporting that at the end of the session. Thank you.
Thank you, Darren. And then a very important person, we cannot do this meeting without you, is our timer. One of our newest members, JaMarr. JaMarr, would you please show us your timing parameters.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. As your timer, I will be keeping time for the 3 essential parts of our meeting. The first section will be our prepared speeches, followed by table topics, and then the evaluations of the prepared speeches. When a person is at 2 minutes left in their talk, I will show them this green book, which represents the green light. When they have 30 seconds left, I'll show them this yellow book, which is the amber light. And when they're out of time, I'll show them the red light. And at that point, they have 30 seconds to wrap it up.
Thank you so much, JaMarr. I really appreciate you jumping in last minute to do double duty this evening. On to the meeting, our prepared speakers. So you would get to observe better speaking skills. Our first speaker will be Hariom. Hariom will be speaking from a Confident Communicator, Project 7, Research Your Topic. And his evaluator is Cheryl. Cheryl, would you please explain what his objectives are for this speech?
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. I'd be happy to do that. Hariom is to select a subject of importance to the audience that requires a large amount of research. He's to collect information from numerous sources and support his points with specific facts, examples, and illustrations, not just his own opinions. He is to incorporate what he's learned in previous projects about purpose, organization, word usage, and body language, and vocal variety, as well as use suggestions from previous evaluations. I will be giving a short 2 to 3 minute evaluation at the appropriate time in the meeting based on those particular objectives. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you. Excellent explanation, Cheryl. It is my pleasure then to introduce our first speaker, Hariom, with his speech entitled Dreams. Dreams by Hariom.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. I see that somebody has changed the name to Lovely Speaker. That's pretty good. So, have you ever wondered what's the impact of dreams on your life? What do they even mean? You see all these kinds of dreams. What do they mean? So today in my 7th speech, Research Your Topic, I'll be talking about the interpretation of the dreams. So why do we dream? Have you ever thought about it? And there are a lot of theories floating around the reason of dreaming. There are a couple of things which are debatable. There are a couple of things which make sense, and 2 theories make sense to me. Number 1, just imagine that your mind is a computer. Throughout the day, you are going through a lot of events. When you're sleeping in the night, mind is trying to save the important memories and throw away the junk. And whatever junk it's throwing, it's shown in front of your eyes while dreaming. And that is what the movies of junk is. And that is what we call dreams. And most of the dreams, as we know, are junk, are some random movies. Another theory is about the evolution. So dreams are a part of evolution. When we were in Stone Age or in the historical period, we had a lot of threats. We had threats of flood, famine, animals, wars, and dreams were a way to warn ourselves and prepare ourselves against all the threats. And that is what has been continued till today. And if you think about it, most of the dreams that you see are some kind of threat or some kind of fear. Some of the fun facts about dreams: total 6 years of your life is spent dreaming. And 95% of whatever you dream is gone within 10 minutes. So by the time you wake up in the morning, you just remember about 0.5% or 1% of what you have dreamed throughout the night. Now coming to the common dreams. So there are some dreams which are common to many of us. And what are the rationale, what are the interpretation behind those dreams? I mean, again, these are debatable, but there are few theories which make sense, which are logical. So talking about some of the common dreams, number 1 is the dream of flying. Everybody remembers that dream. I used to see that dream when I was a kid. And I was doing really well in sports and studies. And every second day, I used to see this dream of flying. This means that you are on the top of your game, you're controlling your life, and you're really doing good. And there are some lucid dreams in which you control the flight of your dream. So if you want to turn left, you're turning left. If you want to turn right, you're turning right. This means that this is the highest point of your life. You're doing really well. Then there are dreams in which you're falling. You're falling from a cliff, you're falling from a mountain. And the interpretation is exactly opposite to the dreams of flying. It means that you're not doing well in your life. You're fearful of something. Somebody or something is controlling your life. You might remember that you wake up with a jerk when you have this dream of falling. Then there are some dreams of being chased by somebody. So I remember, again, going back to my childhood, I remember I saw this movie, Jurassic Park. And after seeing this movie, for the next 2 months, every second day, I used to see this dream of being chased by a dinosaur. This dream means that, again, you are not in the control of situation, you are avoiding the situation. And this happens to us in many times in our life. When we are avoiding some situation, we see this dream of being chased by somebody, some animal or some person. Then there are some dreams of exams. So you're writing the exams and something wrong is happening. The papers are flying, ink is spilling, time is getting up, the teacher is coming and snatching away your papers. So this is about the exam anxiety, and this is not just limited to exam, this is also because of some other anxieties that you have. And me, being a geeky guy, I used to see this dream quite a lot when I was a kid. Then there are dreams of teeth falling. So my wife sees this dream quite a lot, that this means that you are apprehensive about your looks, you're apprehensive about your face, and also you're not doing good on the health front. And being apprehensive about the face, it links quite well with the women. So most of the times women see this dream of teeth falling. Then there are some dreams of snakes. What does these dreams of snake represent? This means both good and bad. So good in the sense that snakes are the animals which leave aside their old skin and get new skin. That means that there's something new happening in your life, some changes are coming in your life. And bad because everybody knows snakes are scary animals, so you are fearful about something. So these were some of the common dreams and some common interpretation. Again, these are debatable, but there are some interpretation which are logical. But overall, the world of dream is pretty mysterious. Just think of it this way. There's a star called Alpha Centauri, which is 4.5 light years away. Light takes 4.5 years to reach from that star to Earth. And we know each and everything about that star. We know about the composition, it's made up of hydrogen, helium, the length, the breadth, each and everything. But whatever we dreamt last night, we don't know about anything. We don't know about the interpretation and why are we even dreaming. And that is why the world of dream is magical. It's fascinating. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Hariom. I'll now take 1 minute to let everyone send Hariom your thoughts on his speech. Thank you, everyone, for your comments. Feel free to continue to send notes to Hariom. we will go ahead and introduce our next speaker. Our next speaker will be Siddhar, and he will be doing his Pathways, Innovative Planning Level 1, Mastering the Fundamentals. He'll be introducing his icebreaker. And I will ask JaMarr, his evaluator, to share the objectives of this speech project.
Thank you so much, Madam Toastmaster. So for the Innovative Planning Pathway, which is on Pathways, the path is to help the person become a better public speaker and a leader. The project of this path focuses on developing a strong connection with the audience, members, when you present, in both speech writing and speech delivery. The project contributes to building an understanding of the steps to manage a project, as well as creative, innovative solutions. This path culminates in a high-performance leadership project of his own design. And this is his icebreaker, so we'll be looking to get to know more about him and why he joined Toastmasters. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, JaMarr. I'm sure we're all eagerly waiting to be smitten by Siddhar. Please help me welcome Siddhar.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. When I first thought about giving my first icebreaker speech, I kind of looked for some kind of pattern. I mean, what should I talk about myself in 6 minutes? So I looked at Pathways, and on Pathways they had like a template which kind of gives some structure to icebreaker speech. So I kind of took that as my reference, and I put some points based on that, and I reviewed what I had. When I looked at it, it looked really dry. I didn't like it. So for inspiration, I looked up some ideas online, and was quite embarrassed when I looked at the quality and the creativity of some of the icebreaker speeches that I saw. But then I said to myself, if I do not do this, I would miss 100% of the chances I never take. So here I am giving my first icebreaker speech in Toastmasters. Good evening and welcome, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests. My name is Sridhar Muktaneni. I currently live in Detroit, Michigan. In this speech, I'm going to give you a glimpse of who I am and why I'm here. So I grew up in India. I grew up in a city in the south central part of India called Visakhapatnam. When I was growing up, I was passionate about two things: science and technology, and cricket. So I wanted to be I wanted to be a cricketer. I was good at both of them, but my parents made the safe choice for me, and they said it's better you get more into science and technology, as that would give you a better career. So they kind of made the choice for me. And in retrospect, right now where I am, I think that's a good decision they've made. So with my passion for science and technology, I joined engineering school, and I did my college in the US. I'm a mechanical engineer, and currently I work in a research and development team for an automotive company in Detroit, Michigan. I love my job. So once I'm done with my college, I'm smitten by a girl, and later, after some years, we got married, and now she's my wife. So the next thing that I'm passionate about is my family, my parents, my wife, and then once I'm done with college, as I was growing up, I was passionate more about science and technology and sports, and I was more geeky. So I wanted to do something fun. So I joined salsa dancing. When I first went for my salsa dancing lesson, it was quite embarrassing. I mean, I was doing all the moves, but I had absolutely no rhythm. I had to work with, but I had a wonderful wonderful group of people that I was that I was working with and practicing, and they made me feel comfortable. And I practiced and I practiced. Like initially, I was not good at it, but I didn't give up. I practiced, and within 1 year, I loved salsa dancing, and we even did multiple stage performances. So now I enjoy salsa dancing, and I really like that I did not give up on it when I had a tough time initially with that. All right, so that's about what I like, what I am, what I'm passionate about. So why am I here? Why am I at Toastmasters? So one thing, since I was a kid, which I was not very good at, is public speaking. I like public speaking, but I'm not good at it. For some reason, when I had to speak to a large group of people or a large set of audience, I get nervous and I might start using a lot of us and dums. And this is something which I know, but I've really not made an effort in order to get better. So this is my pursuit of being a better public speaker, and that got me to Toastmasters. And here I am doing my first icebreaker speech in front of all of you. I'm looking forward to be a part of the club, and I appreciate Aaron for being my mentor. I'm looking forward to learn from you guys and contribute to the club going forward. Thank you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Sridhar. Let's take 1 minute, and tell Sridhar how we were all smitten by his icebreaker. Thank you, everyone. I hope you enjoyed our Better Speaker series, where we got to listen to 2 prepared speakers. We'll move on to our next section, which is our Better Listening section, where we are going to listen to our table topics master give us some impromptu questions. I'll turn the meeting over to our table topics master, Isabel Kadori. Please help me welcome Isabel.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. Valentine's Day is coming soon. Are you ready to express your love to someone special? Or you are smitten by love already? Today's topic is about love. Our members and guests have the opportunity to give an impromptu speech for 1 to 2 minutes. Please try to speak at least 1 minute. If your speech is over 2 minutes, you will see the red signal from our timer. At this point, please wrap up in 30 seconds. Mr. Timer, how many speakers do we have time for?
I believe we have time for 5 to 6 speakers.
Okay, great, thank you. I will give a quote about love and ask a member to talk about his or her thoughts on the quote. Please listen attentively when I announce each quote. After announcing the quote, I will call a speaker to talk about it. What if a speaker has nothing to say about the given quote? In that case, please don't panic, just say anything for a minute. So are you ready? The first quote is today's inspiration. Love is not only something you feel, it's something you do. With this quote, I would like to call Tricia. Tricia, would you like to talk about this quote? Love is not only something you feel, it's something you do. Tricia.
Yes, thank you very much. Love is not something that you only feel. It's something that you do. I think this is very true with most anything you do in life, Toastmasters included. You just don't come to a Toastmasters meeting. You have to be active. You have to take part in it for it to change your life. Not just observe, you must do. So what do you do to show someone that you love them? I think it's the little things. It's the little things that your loved ones do for you that makes you feel loved. When you come home and your slippers are right next to your favorite chair, or they come and give you a kiss on the cheek right before they go to bed, they shovel the sidewalk for you when it's snowing outside, or you leave that little note in their lunchbox when they open it at work. Those are the little things. They mean so much in that time when we see these little things. It's because we do them that matters. If we didn't do them, they wouldn't get to feel that extra bit of love. So the next time you have a sweetheart, just remember to do something to show your love. You can say that you love them, but show them that you love them. Back to you.
Thank you, Tricia. That was a vivid description of what we can do to express our love. The second quote I have here is from Seattle Rick. In order to be happy oneself, it's necessary to make at least one other person happy. In order to be happy oneself, it is necessary to make at least one other person happy. With this quote, I would like to call Matt, our guest. Matt from our guest, would you please to...
Yes, hi. I really like that quote that has to do with happiness, that to make others happy makes yourself happy. And I absolutely agree with that. And I've experienced that so much in my life when I give to other people. For example, when I used to live in Las Vegas, it was the first time that I ever actually joined a group of friends to go to the homeless and, you know, just give them some food and some little trinkets and some things that they need, and to see their eyes light up and see how happy it made them really made me feel great. A lot better even than, you know, when I buy myself a nice car or something expensive. Like just that little act of kindness making somebody else's day and making them happy totally made my day and made me feel really happy. And I think we all can learn from that lesson and just have that mindset that if we go out and we just do a little act of kindness every day, then our day is going to be full of joy and full of happiness.
Well, thank you, Matt. Thank you for sharing your thoughts on love. You must be an expert, and I believe that's your career as well. The third quote I have is from Lao Tzu. He's an ancient Chinese philosopher. He said, being deeply loved by someone gives you strength, while loving someone deeply gives you courage. I would like to call Brandon from Florida. The quote is, being deeply loved by someone gives you strength, while loving someone deeply gives you courage. Brandon.
Thank you, Isabel. I appreciate you calling upon me for this quote. It's the first time I've actually ever heard the quote. I'll be completely honest with you. I do like philosophy, and I find it to be a very valid quote. Being deeply loved by someone provides you strength, and loving gives you courage. I personally, what that resonates with me, darn, I said being deeply loved by someone gives you strength. So that gives you the strength to deal with the day, to go forward in your day. And then loving gives you courage. I find that when you're in love with someone, when you're smitten with someone, when you're devoted to someone, you find that internal ability to go forward and take care of that person by any means necessary. As they spoke to earlier, doing for love versus receiving love. You can receive love, you can say you love somebody, but doing something for them is a way stronger, passionate term. So I see this kind of linking in with that quote initially.
Thank you, Brandon. I found your speech very convincing, short and sweet. The next quote is from Richard Warren. He said, "The most desired gift of love is not diamonds or rose or chocolate. It's focused attention." I would like to call another member from our guest, Vikash. Vikash, would you like to talk about this quote from Richard Warren? The most desired gift of love is not diamond or rose or chocolate. It's focused attention. Vikash?
Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters, and Isabel, this is a very nice quote. And what I feel is that the nicest gift you can get in the form of love is not the diamonds and the chocolates and other things, but if you get something like something to move you forward, or if you are stuck somewhere and somebody comes near to you and hold your hand and you are able to move forward in a disastrous situation, that is a kind of thing which makes you which can make you happy as well as the other person happy. And this is the greatest sharing of love between two people. And the other form of love which I have seen is with, people usually have pets at their home, and they actually give love to them, and that love itself is very passionate. And the pets do not need anything, they just come and they just if you hug them, then they just hug back to you. And it's a very it's flawless, and it's a very sweet form of love. Yeah.
Thank you,
Isabel.
Thank you, Vikash. I love your examples about love being as a focused attention. We have a last quote. It's from Jen Morrow. "Age does not protect you from love, but love to some extent protects you from age." I would like to call JaMarr Johnson. JaMarr Johnson, here's a quote. "Age does not protect you from love, but love to some extent protects you from age." Please help me welcome JaMarr.
Thank you for that question, Isabel. That question resonates with me in a couple of ways. Being a father of an 8-year-old daughter, I can tell you that I don't think of age and my body aging in the same way when I look at her. She inspires me to live my best life, to be healthy, to be strong, to be concerned about my longevity. In a way that's not for my own selfishness. Yes, I would like to see her live and grow strong, but the love that I have for her is to see her do all the things in life that I didn't have an opportunity to do. So love has a way of expanding time. If you think about some of the greatest leaders of the world, their name lives on because of all the things they did to help humanity. That love is passed on and passed on. And I believe that love is way more powerful than hate in that sense, because there are people who have done horrible things. And while their name lives on, their families don't get to benefit from all that positive energy. As we celebrate Black History Month here in the United States, I think about the work of Martin Luther King Jr. and the fact that we have this month to recognize all the sacrifices of the people who have come before us is a great tribute to the power of love, because he practiced nonviolence and his name will live on forever. Back to you, Table Topics Master.
Thank you, JaMarr. That was a great speech. And I certainly can the protective effect of love on your aging process. You look very young.
Thank you.
This concludes the table topic session. Today we have 5 speakers. The first speaker is Tricia. Second speaker is Matt, our guest, Matt. And the third speaker is Brandon from Florida. And the fourth speaker is Vikash. And the fifth speaker is JaMarr. At the end of this session, we will have a voting for the best table topic speaker. Thank everybody for your participation in this impromptu speech session. This concludes the table topic session, and I would like to return the control back to Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Isabel, for those wonderful questions about love, which is very appropriate for this month. And that ends, as Isabel explained, that it ends our table topic section, and we move on to the last portion of our meeting, which is our evaluation portion. This portion of our meeting will be handled by our general evaluator, so I will turn the meeting over to Sunny Fridge, who will be assisting us with this portion.
Thank you very much, Madam Toastmaster of the Day, and happy Valentine's Day to everyone. This meeting is divided into 3 parts. I'm going to be introducing our evaluators first, then I will introduce roll holders, and then I will give an overall evaluation of our meeting. Our first evaluator is Cheryl Poirier, and she will be evaluating Hariom's speech. Cheryl?
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. Hariom, I was immediately engaged by your opening to your speech. Fellow Toastmasters, did you notice that he gave us a very succinct purpose, what he was going to tell us, and then he proceeded to tell us. And his purpose apparently was to tell us about the impact of our dreams, as well as to share some of what he thought was believable and what was maybe a little less believable. One thing that I liked was what I heard and saw in this particular project, and is that it was something that we could all relate to, because all humans dream. This could appeal to any audience anywhere, Hariom. I thought it would be very difficult to find people who truly do not dream. Well, what I found that was missing, though, was your sources. What materials, what places did you go to in order to collect this information? Personally, I think I would go to psychology, maybe brain science, perhaps maybe some more personal stories as well to illustrate some of those specific kinds of dreams that you talked about. Whenever there's a research speech, I have to tell you, my university degree just screams at me, what sources did you use? You have to tell us. And what would happen if you did? Well, we would have other places to go if we wanted to explore this. Places where you've already sourced it, and it clearly have given some validity to it by putting it in your speech. Now, I was smitten, as I am every time you speak, by your use of your hands and your vocal variety. You're just a naturally attractive speaker. The very sound of your voice alone keeps me engaged as you talk. Another part where I was a little bit confused was where you brought in Alpha Centauri. Now that might be my fault. Maybe my mind wandered a little bit, because sometimes people do that. But while I saw that there is mystery in knowing what's out there, like Alpha Centauri, I'm not quite sure how it related back to exploring the purpose of dreams or looking at the validity of some of the explanations for dreams. But overall, I have to tell you, I was entirely entertained by your samples of dreams and your little stories where you had some of your childhood imaginings in there, because that made you so much more human and like the rest of us, and we could all relate. I have to tell you, I wouldn't be the least bit sad to hear more about your dreams for the future, Hariom, and I'm dreaming that I'll get to watch you speak many more times. Back to you, Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you very much for that dreamy evaluation. Let's call on our second evaluator, JaMarr Johnson. He will be evaluating the icebreaker speech of Sridhar. JaMarr?
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. Sridhar, first of all, congratulations on your icebreaker. Everybody, can we give him a quick round of applause? That was tremendous work. I'll say right off the bat, you started off with a tremendous amount of excitement and energy, which made everyone lean in and be more interested in what you were about to talk about. You did talk with a fast rate of speech, and I understand that you were super excited, so that might be one thing that you could think about, just slowing down a little bit more and breathing. And that I definitely think will help you with your ums and ahs. You spent about a minute of your icebreaker giving us kind of a backstory or setting up what you're about to get into. I would recommend just going right into who you are and why you're here, because then there would have been an extra minute of time for you to really tell us more about all of your interests. You talked about being passionate about science and technology and cricket. I definitely wanted to hear more as a fellow athlete myself about your experiences playing cricket. And in fact, I recently was introduced to the game by someone who's from London. So having some insights and other perspectives would have been really helpful at the moment. I can definitely tell that about 2 minutes in, you were moving fast and you had a little bit of nervousness as you had a couple of double words. But that's to be expected. This is your first time speaking, but you did a good job overall. You talked about your wife and family being very important to you. I would have liked to know, well, what's your wife's name? How long were you together? What was it like on the first date? There were some key things that I felt like you had an opportunity to go over, and I felt like you may have felt like you didn't have enough time to really get it all in, but you definitely did. About 4 minutes and 20 seconds into your talk, you really started to talk about why you joined Toastmasters. You had a lot of self-awareness about where you wanted to improve upon, and I thought that was impressive. And I look forward to hearing a lot more from you because I feel like you have a lot to say. And take your time and say it with grace and with style. And I'm sure that everybody will be smitten to hear more from you in the future. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that very insightful evaluation. I'm smitten with your evaluation as well. It's time now for reports. This is an additional way how we can all improve whenever we have a speaking role. I'll call on Jerry Wong, one of our newest members, and he's going to give us his counter report. Jerry?
Okay, thanks, Toastmaster. Yeah, for speaker, for first speaker, Hariom, you are a wonderful speaker, and there is almost 0 R words. The only thing is you repeat one word, some twice in a sentence. So you are perfect. And regarding the second speaker, Sridhar, since you are the first, it's first time for you to give speech. You did a wonderful job, and you need improve your R words because you have so many N in your speech. You have over 50 times in your whole speech. So, but your performance is better in your second half of your speech compared with your first half speech. There are less R words in your second half speech. Regarding the table topic speakers, almost everyone did a great job. For weekends, yeah, I think you can continue to improve your R words. You have N words over 10 times. Thank you. I'm done with the report.
Thank you very much, Jerry, for that report. Glad to see you participating. Next, we will have Adrienne Pearson with the Grammarian Report. Adrienne?
Thank you, Sunny. First, I'm going to start with the word of the day. It was used a lot, so I'm very pleased that it wasn't a hard word, and even kudos to some who added them into either their speech, Sridhar, or their evaluation? JaMarr and Sunny. So kudos to everyone on that one. I wanted to talk just briefly about the word usage or word usage in different speeches. Sadar, I thought it was so great when you said, I wanted to be more geeky, so I joined salsa dancing. That really was a great part in your speech because it really made me laugh. That was a great thing. JaMarr, when you were speaking about the table topics, I really liked how you started your question off with, that question resonates with me in a couple of ways. That was a really good introduction and great way to start that off. Cheryl, you did really well. I really liked how you used the word very succinct purpose as well as the word validity. That is all that I have to report, and back to you, Sunny.
Thank you very much, Adrian, for that grammarian report. Now it's time to call on the man who's doing double duty for us today, JaMarr Johnson. Toastmaster Johnson, will you please give us our timer report? You're on mute.
Am I unmuted now?
You're fine.
Okay, great. Thank you, Madam General Evaluator, for the timing report. Speaker 1, Hariom, did 6 minutes and 13 seconds. Speaker 2, Shadar, did 5 minutes and 14 seconds. For table topics, Tricia did 1 minute and 14 seconds. Matt did 1 minute and 20 seconds. Brendan did 56 seconds, so he did not qualify. Vikash did 1 minute and 12 seconds, and I did 1 minute and 30 seconds. For the evaluations, Cheryl did 2 minutes and 57 seconds, and I did 2 minutes and 19 seconds. That is all, Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you very much, JaMarr, for that timing report. And don't forget, we get to vote for Best Speaker, Best Table Topic Speaker, Best Evaluator as well. I'd like to now call on our body language monitor, Rolando.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. I was smitten by all your visual presence. You all look good. Show fantastic background. Matt and Hariom, a little more light in your face. Joanne, she's still online. Joanne could use a little more lighting on her background because she was pixelating it a little bit. I think her green screen needed more light. Jerry seemed to be driving, so I wasn't sure. So I think he needed more light also, but because he's driving, I'll give him a pass. But overall, we all look good. Congratulations to us. Back to you, Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you very much, Rolando, for that report. And now I'd like to call on Darren Wong. He is our chat monitor. Darren, what do you have for us?
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. There's good use of the chat box for feedback for the various speakers, especially Aaron with quite detailed reports and constructive feedback. And that's about all I have to say. Thank you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you, Darren, for that chat monitor report. And now I'd like to give my overall evaluation. I joined in just a tad late, but I would like to say I'm just really smitten with all of our members and their love for being interested in making themselves more effective speakers and communicators in the way that we have teamwork, making the dream work. So I love the way that our meeting has gone today. I loved all the speakers. Thank you for everyone who was able to volunteer for a role in time. Overall, I would say this is a very successful meeting. And now I'm going to turn it back over to our Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Sunny. So the first thing I will do is launch our poll. This is where we get to hear feedback from you as to how you enjoyed the meeting and who you thought did the best job at each section of the meeting. So we'll take a moment here and we'll let you complete this poll so we know how you feel about this meeting. And I apologize, I did not unshare my cohorts to vote be able to vote. I apologize. All right, we'll have those results here shortly. In the meantime, I would like to call on some of our guests to share your thoughts on what you felt or how you enjoyed our meeting tonight. So I first would like to call on Matt. Matt, can I ask you for any feedback or how you felt about how our meeting went today?
I felt the meeting was fantastic. I was very smitten by the meeting because I've been to a few live Toastmaster meetings, and so I didn't know what to expect in a Zoom meeting like this, but I was very, very pleased, and I look forward to continue seeing all your lovely faces each and every week as I plan to keep coming back and get more and more involved. Thank you, guys.
Great. Yes, we welcome you to visit as much as you'd like, and whenever you feel ready, we're more than welcome you to our club as a member. Next, I would like to ask Michael. Michael, how did you find our meeting tonight?
Hi there. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I was a little intimidated by the Toastmaster experience. I have to admit, after this first meeting and sitting in as a guest, I'm super excited about getting started, and I have a lot of things that I realize now that I need to work on as a public speaker and as a leader. And I do appreciate you offering up the time to allow me to sit in on this meeting and watch. Again, I appreciate it, and thank you all.
Thank you, Michael. Brendan, your thoughts?
Yes, ma'am. I wanted to thank everybody for having me. It was a very eye-opening experience. I really enjoyed it. I didn't really have any preconceived notions coming here, I guess. I really didn't know what to expect, I guess. And this was really well run, very well facilitated meeting. I really enjoyed the feedback. I enjoyed learning from some great speakers here this evening. Although I didn't do very well in my portion, which kind of shocked me because I felt comfortable until I started talking. And I was like, I started freaking out. So I do have some areas, obviously, that I need to improve on myself. But I wanted to thank everybody. It was definitely pleasant. It was exciting. And I could definitely see myself coming back for some more.
Great. Welcome you back anytime.
Thank you.
And Rainey, I'd like to ask you how you enjoyed our meeting this evening.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I think this meeting is really wonderful, and I have one suggestion. Like, I have heard all the reports of everyone, but if you guys could put it in a written format, I think it would be better for us to like for those speakers to follow or to see.
Okay, we'll take that under consideration. Thank you very much for your input. And Vidkish, I know that you're
I like the overall structure of the meeting which and the Toastmasters of the day. The meeting, it was organized. It was I mean, structured, and the speeches, especially by Hariom and Sridhar being a new speaker. I like everything. The only feedback I have is if there were, I mean, I don't have any feedback. I liked it everything. So the only thing which I want to point out is there were less speakers today, so we could have managed including more table topic speakers. That's the only feedback I have.
all right. Thank you. Well, at this point, I will turn our meeting over to our president, Aaron Long.
Thank you. I've been hiding behind the screens or my car window. So, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters, I hope you have a really good stay. Now it's actually the award session. The award session meaning that the best speaker, the best table topic speakers, and also our best evaluators will be highlighted. And we also have a secret award called the President Award. So if you're looking forward to who wins the award, please have a drum roll, please, or wave in the screen right now. Do the exercise that we did in the morning. Oh, for me, it's morning, sorry. So now we open the poll. For today, we have quite a lot of people enjoying it. We have 3 people who actually say good. So to me, good is not good enough. So I mean, like, I need to really improve on that. Feel free to leave us some feedback so that we can actually improve even further. Our best speaker for today goes to Hariom. Any thoughts for sharing on your winning speech?
Thank you very much, everyone. I was really smitten by the love and the feedback, the constructive feedback that everybody has given. And it was very informative. I'll keep them in mind, especially Cheryl. I'm not sure whether I'm pronouncing the name correctly or not, but the feedback was well taken. I should have included the sources, and maybe I can send you offline. But the other speaker, Sridhar, he was also really good. And it was his first speech, icebreaker. So he did really well. Overall, great meeting, and happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Back to you, Mr. President.
Thank you very much, though. Wave. Next, we have our best table topic speaker. And table topic speaker is actually, just now it was the stock market. It actually raised up and down and raised up and down. So our best table topic speaker goes to our Toastmaster many hats timer, JaMarr. Please share your winning speech.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for awarding me with the best table topics. It was a really great question. Actually, I love it when the questions are so good that you wish you could answer all of them. There are so many good questions. So good job today by the table topics master coming up with those questions. I can't wait to go back and listen to the telecast and write down all those quotes. So the feedback we got from Sunny, I believe, which was writing those questions in the chat box will really make life easier so we can really keep that content and use it for other purposes later. I had a great time. I'm a big fan of the virtual clubs. Thanks to you guys for all the support and everyone showing up on time. I think we had over 20 people in the meeting today. So fantastic and exciting. Looking forward to next week.
Thank you very much. Give a round of applause again and wave. Next, we have our favorite facilitator. Our favorite facilitators were really tight between Table Topic Master and Toastmaster evening. So in the end, the winner goes to Tricia. Give your winning thoughts for today.
Well, I feel like this was a clutch for me because I was asked by Sunny to take over Toastmaster of the Day about an hour before her meeting. So I think I should really go to her because she gave me the opportunity to be our Toastmaster of the Day. But thank you very much. I always love being a leader and being involved in this club, and I always enjoy everything about our meeting, and I'm so glad that you all were able to enjoy it with me. Back to you.
Thank you very much. Wait. Next, finally, is the President Award. So President Award usually means that the most improved award among our members, only members exclusive. So who would it be? For me, do a round of drum rolls, please. I'm trying to wake everyone up. To me, I think the most improved award or the President Award that I would like to give to are actually 2 people today. The first one goes to, where is he? It's not there. Okay. I actually want to say that the first award I want to go to is Darren. Let's spotlight Darren for a while first. Simple reason. Darren has been a member for quite some time, and he is someone that is actually with lots of potential. And moreover, he's a tech expert and genius, I would say. So he has been doing a lot of different operations behind the scenes. And today, serving as a chat monitor is taking a lot of observation skills. So for that simple reason, I would like to give an award to Darren and Darren, please share your winning thoughts.
Thank you, Aaron, for that reward. I don't think I deserve it, but thank you anyway for it.
Thank you very much. When someone actually gives you the words, don't say deny
Thank
it. Just appreciate it. And the next person I would like to give the award to is the one that really brings a lot of vibe in this club and also improved quite a lot since the first time I saw her in terms of energy level, in terms of enthusiasm, in terms of input. That award actually goes to Adrian. Yeah, and she looks with a surprised look. The reason why is because she brings in so much flavor today, just by speaking alone, and also from the chat, she has been doing a role model for all other Toastmasters to follow. For that reason, give a round of applause to Adrian.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. I really appreciate the award today. I am very excited to be here. I like this club. I look forward to learning from everybody, and it really helps me to be working on my own skills as well. So thank you very much. I love being here. Thanks for having me, and I look forward to continue growing with the club. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And I would love to award, I can't award too many awards, otherwise it will be like, it would diminish in value. But I wanted to give some credits to some people that I really find has been doing a lot of different jobs behind the scenes. And first of all, special thanks to Tricia, because without Tricia, you would not see the spotlightings. So she did quite a lot of roles, and it's a tiring job as a spotlighter. So for that, give a round of applause for her. Next is giving our awards and credits to our secretary, club secretary, Matt. Is Matt there? He's looking at me right now. Yeah, the reason why is simple, because every meeting, this gentleman, this amazing DTM, is writing down all the notes and keeping track of all the records. The best speaker, best table topics, he will keep track of everything and making sure that it will be going to the Hall of Fame. So we have a Hall of Fame for all the winners. If your name, you will be permanently listed there, unless we decide to close down the website. But don't worry, we won't. We won't, okay? But yeah, so I would like to give our sincere thanks to Matt for that. Simple reason for jotting out a lot of different information. And finally, really appreciate everyone for coming by. That's a great vibe today. We have over 20 tops. We actually reached 25 people. So we're aiming to reach 30, 35, 40, and hopefully maybe reach one day 100 people.
Ooh.
So with that in mind, well, that's a small goal to go for when we have how many members around the world. Yeah, so any comments for today before I actually knock down the gavel to announce for the to pass the stage to VPE to assign the roles for next year?